Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub, sir, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the trilogy. My God, we've taken on one hell of a case here. I don't know if we're a bit out of our depth, but to cut a long story short, our boss, our mentor, our colleague, Mia, is dead. She was brutally murdered in her own office by the damn thinker clock that played a huge part in our first case. Anyway, it's her sister Maya who's been accused of the murder as she was at the scene of the crime, and Mia unhelpfully wrote Maya's name in her blood with her dying movements. We're trying to prove that Maya's innocent. She says to us that she assures us she is innocent, and we're taking her word for it. Now we're in a hotel right now, across the way from Mia's office. There was a witness here called April May who saw the whole thing happen and rang the police. However, she's a bit strange. We tried to speak to her earlier, and there's just a real bad vibe coming off her. So we also noticed there's a screwdriver. You can just see it between this tea tray held by the bellboy. Now the phone in Mia's office had been tampered with. The screws were loose. So this is very interesting to find a screwdriver here. I mean, I've got a feeling there's a whole lot of secrets to uncover here, and I'm hoping we can use our ace attorneyness to unravel it all. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I hope that was a good enough sort of summary for you. We need to try and get into that drawer. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver some room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Oh my God, that's terrible. If I knew I could go to a hotel and the staff would let me wander about in someone's room with, like, not any questioning, God damn it, I would be leaving a terrible review. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Ugh, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? Wait, Mr. White, where have I heard that name? Oh God, I can't remember. Mr. White is an important name now, I'm sure of it. White. That was his name. My sister told me. Oh, Maya must have mentioned it to us. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Oh, yes, okay. So, Maya gave us some context of her family life. They're basically psychics, or so they say. And years gone by, their mother helped the police get in contact in the spirit world with a murdered victim, and the ghost of that person told them who the murderer was. However, that person was innocent, and they got locked up for a long time. And this Mr. White ruined Mia and Maya's mother's name. Oh my God, I was not expecting to try and read a Dr. Zeus story here. Too many M's. Anyway, could it be a coincidence? Well, I don't think so, buddy. There's no coincidences in this world, just hard facts. Now, what is that screwdriver doing there? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. Huh. A wiretap. It was on the phone in Mia's office. Someone was listening to her phone calls. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? The wiretap added. Okay, cool. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright? I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Wait, who's he talking to? Me? You? I don't know. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Oh, let's go. Is that the end of episode 2? Oh God. I really could have just finished that episode yesterday. Okay, fine, we'll save. I guess we'll get cracking on with the third one. Try and get as far as we can. But now I've really messed it up because I was going to try and do one episode an episode, as I keep struggling to say. That kind of ruins things a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Let's get back to it. Episode 3 is called September the 7th, 10 AM. Strange name. Anyway, we're in the courtroom. Or maybe this isn't the end of the second episode, because it usually flashes up with the name of the third episode. You know what? I'm going to stop talking, unless I'm reading the script. I'm just going to go with the flow. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honour. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. But we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honour. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honour. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor mat of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. Well, no, it's a clock. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. But we've got the floor plans. Okay, very interested. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's hear what Gumshoe's got to say, and hopefully we can confuse him easily and get to slip up. Well, I don't think he's actually in on this. I think he's just done some bad policing, to be honest with you. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honour. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Oh, thank God he's thinking the same thing, because I might slip up here, because I didn't see anything we could question him about there. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, we're just throwing notes around in court. My God, this isn't the classroom, Phoenix. Come on. Oh, Your Honour, I'd like to begin my cross-examination. So we just need to question every line he says. As soon as the phone call came in, you rushed to the scene. Okay, well, let's press you about that. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gateway Hotel, right across the crime scene. Huh. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already, are you sure? Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. But that's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. Okay, that's me and her. No problem. Let's press again. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal. Your dark lights will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Oh, well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. So I should pick my points to press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Mayor Faye, but we're going to press you on it, surely. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Mayor Faye at the very moment of the murder. I can't see a single contradiction in there. I'll just have to take Mayor's advice and press him on anything suspicious. As soon as the phone call came, I rushed into the scene. Is that... Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do I press this? Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. I couldn't read that quick. But apparently he said it. I'll be honest, I kind of missed it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Oh God, look at his face. You talk about April May. Oh, well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid truth other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes, he's gonna whack out the note, isn't he? Oh, sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honour, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honour. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Okay, so he's gonna give it another go? Oh, Gumshoe, I'm very suspicious of you now. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Mayor was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Actually, like that, that's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honour? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm really embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honour, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defence may begin its cross-examination. Oh, God, what are we going to do here? After securing the suspect, you examine the crime scene with your own eyes. What have we got? What have we got? Nothing that can really contradict that. A department store receipt with letters written in the blood on the back. The murder scene. I can check it. Okay, the body was around here. I don't know if we have any evidence contradicting that. But let's ask what else he saw. Maybe if we ask him what else he saw, he may slip up. And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'll get to the good part. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay, you found a memo written on a piece of paper. No, wait, that's not right. It's a receipt though, isn't it? It's a receipt. Perhaps I'll present this. Shall I go for it? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honour. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Crap, I don't think that wronged me any points for the judge. Oh, I messed up big time then. So is this some sort of lifeline you get? Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? Who? Yeah, it's got to be Miss May. It's got to. Well, when I say Miss May, I mean Mia. Well, it could have been the witness, Miss May. Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room, not the office. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. Yeah, while you're at it, pull mine too, pal. Oh man, I meant Mia could have wrote it herself. Oh god, okay, this is confusing. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Do you have any proof it was Mia who had wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, the hemoglobins, hemoglobin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honour, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Okay, there was blood found on the victim's finger. I can't argue with any of this. Not at all. It's all true. Okay, I can keep on questioning though. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you know it's the killer? Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victims actually write the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay, I don't think it's there. I don't know where it could be. How do we know that? I mean, could I present this? So, she died at 9 o'clock. That was a conversation. What time was this conversation? Oh, that's in the AM. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to do at all here. I'm very stuck. How could she see? How could she see if there was a broken light? Maybe that's it. Okay, so where can I use that? Oh man, okay. Let's present the glass then, maybe? I think this is so wrong. Your Honour, that statement contradicts this evidence. Oh look, that's going red. That's bad. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Oh, really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. I don't think it goes so well. I'm in a bad spot here. I really don't know what to do. Ah, okay. Found a memo with a piece of paper. Jesus Christ, what do we do? What do we do? Wait, hang on a second. If death was instantaneous, how could she have written it if death was instantaneous? Written clearly in blood. There was blood found on the victim's finger before she died. Okay, maybe we present this here. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Miss Fay, Mia Fay, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fay? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. What? No but. In your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Oh, was it the day of the murder? It must have been the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honour. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honour, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Mayor. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Oh, God. I don't want to say any of these. I'm a sham? Is that the best here? The detective's a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? Oh, I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honour, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Okay, so we now have a new autopsy. Died from a blow by a blunt object, but what time? May have lived for a few minutes. Well, Your Honour, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the court. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Ah, yes, Your Honour. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September the 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay, I can get her. I can get April May. It was, 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Okay, so apparently Mia dodged before she got hit. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honour? I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... But wait, Your Honour? Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Hell yeah. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Right, okay. I don't know how we can bring the phone tap into this. It was 9 PM at night, I looked out the window, you know, so we can question this with no problem. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this. Okay, yeah, why not? Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. The poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? You saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Okay. So, the broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. I want to present that. Let me look at this first. That's the field of view. You wouldn't be able to see anything from the light. I don't think. Do I go ahead with this right now? No, it's gone red. I bollocksed it up. Your Honour, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Oh, this is crap. I am busting out bad here. I thought I'd be able to take this one easy. Okay. Well, let's go back to this and question her again. The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey? Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honour. He's right. I question the testimony. Oh man, am I going too far here? I really don't want to lose this. Hold on a minute, that testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Oh. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, so what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. Oh, wait, I should have. Oh, God. She knew to look out the window at 9 o'clock because maybe she got a phone call. With the phone tap? I don't know. No, I don't think that works out. Anyway, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Yes, okay. That's good. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honour. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honour. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Right, can we get her this time? You did see everything. Oh, sorry. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then, the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not start with you, Tiki? Is it too accurate now, though? Is it too accurate? Phew, I see. I only wish you had begun so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Right, okay. You did see everything. So, you saw me then, too? Of course. I remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Ah, Was I being a bad girl? I'm sorry. I can't believe I'm having to read this. Very well, continue. Victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Ran off to the right? So that's out the frame of the window. So then how would she have ended up slumped here? I think. Oh god, okay. Let's question this. Is that right as in your right as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right hand. Right. Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. No, that doesn't help me at all. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. Oh, what happened then? She hit her with that weapon, you saw it. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. Oh god, I know that there's loads of holes here, just how do I tie them together? I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock. Yes, okay. A clock. Didn't this come up with another testimony recently? How would she know it's a clock just by looking at it? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Do I present that? Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. No. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defence is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honour. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fayenko? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fayenko, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honour. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung, or she couldn't have heard it. Or maybe she... Oh, okay. I don't know if this is a big mistake, but maybe it couldn't have rung because it was stuffed with paper, not batteries. Please tell me that's true. Your Honour, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honour? It is as the defence says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. You knew the clock was empty. Somehow you knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. But that's what I put in. That's what I say to use the call log. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honour. Oh, we got you, Andrew. I forgot you before you even think you've got us. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is this call log. Yes. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Oh, the good detective better remember he's up for an evaluation soon. I've got to say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Oh, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. There we go, September the 5th, about 12 hours before she was murdered. Your Honour, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. No, because Larry Butts made this and he only made 2. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defence have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, of course we do. The witness claims that she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. I don't have that. I don't have that at all. Oh, made by Larry Butts. Surely it's this. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Go on, Phoenix. Oh. Ah. Whoa. What? What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Huh? Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defence have an opinion on this behaviour? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honour. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honour. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Right here, the wiretap. Have a look at this. That. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Oh! Your Honour, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that were the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Oh, was it this? Is it this? Okay, hold. What is it? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Okay. Is it that? Proof that the weapon was a clock is... Yeah, it's this. It has to be this. Sorry, I'm getting very, very nervous here. Because we're so close to cracking this case. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Hi. Your Honour, this is ridiculous. Your Honour, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defence demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! You lawyer! It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. The blow. You did it, didn't you? No, she didn't do it. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't typically tapping irrelevant? Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defence's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. Oh, you can't be serious, no way. Way, I say way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. But you said you saw it all. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Ice coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. But that's a startling contradiction. So where does this leave us? We know where this leaves us. This leaves us at a bit of a cliffhanger. I think we are so close to cracking this, but I want to save it for next episode. We've had some crazy courtroom drama here, and I'm very mindful that I've been recording like nigh on sort of 45 minutes, so we are going to leave it there. I'm very sorry to keep you hanging in suspense, but I can't wait to see how we tie this all up. But I think we're on the home stretch. Surely we can do this. It's been exhilarating. I thought we were going to bust out very early on there. We've got to be very careful what we present. We need to just question everything and only present if we're sure. But we can get them after this because that's easy. She had to have been looking at the window to see the murder. She can't have been getting room service from the bellboy. So without going on too much of a tangent, this is where we're going to end this episode of Phoenix Wright. If you enjoyed this Let's Play, please go ahead and leave a like on the video. It helps me out so much, so thank you if you choose to do so. If you want to see more, oh my god, we're going to jump straight back into this crazy courtroom and try and finger Miss May, okay, phrasing, but pin the murder on her or her accomplices. Please go ahead and subscribe. I can bring that all to you. If you've got any questions you want to raise, I mean, what do you think about this? It's obvious that she's got something to do with it, right? Can we just get her to admit it? I really hope you're enjoying this series. I'm loving it so much. Please leave a comment below if you are, and I will make sure I get back to you. All right? See you